Namashivaya. Welcome to the third semester classes of CIR. Now you are entering into the CIR classes. You will be having the CIR classes for 4 semesters, third, fourth, fifth and sixth semesters. Each course is a credit course. In each semester, you will be having 3 verticals, that is soft skills, aptitude and verbal. 3 trainers will be handling your class. Each class will have 1 hour in a week, that is aptitude 1 hour, soft skills 1 hour and verbal 1 hour. The first topic we have seen in third semester aptitude classes is number system. Now the second topic is ratio proportion. So welcome. What is meant by ratio proportion? Let us discuss. We are going to see the introduction for ratio proportion and some 10 solved example problems in this first module. Then the next module is the workbook problems will be solved in a detailed manner. Before going to the introduction part, we will be having a pre-quiz. Then after the solved examples part, we will be having a mid-quiz, and then finally we will be having a post-quiz. This is for the interaction activity. The facts and formulas we are going to see now. First of all, what is meant by ratio? We are comparing one number with another number. The ratio of two quantities A and B in the same units is fraction A by B, and we write it as A is to B. Suppose you score 20 marks out of 25. So we will be representing it as in form of what? 20 by 25. So that is what is the thing. The mark you scored is A and the maximum mark is B. So A by B. In the ratio A is to B, we call A as the first term or antecedent and B as second term or consequent. Then what is the rule means? The multiplication or division of each term of a ratio by the same non-zero number does not affect the ratio. That is 1:2 is equal to 2:4, that is equal to 3:6. Next, what is meant by proportion? The equality of two ratios is called proportion. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, then we can write it as A is to B is to C is to D, and we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. A and D are extremes, B and C are called mean terms. So it goes like this: BC is equal to AD. Simple. BC is equal to AD. The fourth proportional means what? If A is to B is equal to C is to D, then D is the fourth proportional to all of these first three terms, A, B, C. What is meant by third proportional? If A is to B is equal to B is to C, underline the term. See here, it's A is to B is equal to C is to D, but here A is to B is equal to B is to C. So here also B and here also it's B. So now the C is called the third proportional to A and B. Now what is meant by mean proportional between A and B is nothing but the square root of the product of A and B. So it's square root of A into B. Comparison of ratios. See, if a ratio A is to B is greater than C is to D, then automatically A by B will be greater than C by D. What is meant by compounded ratio? If the compounded ratios of three ratios is nothing but ACE is to BDF, the product of the first term of all the three ratios is to the product of the second terms of all the three ratios. That is called as the compounded ratio. I will be sharing the PPT material with you and also a formula handout with you and also the workbook PDF with you. So you can go through that and save it as your class notes. What is meant by duplicate ratio? Say for example, if for A is to B is considered, the duplicate ratio is A square is to B square. Suppose 2 is to 3 is a ratio, means then 4 is to 9 is called as the duplicate ratio. What is meant by the subduplicate ratio? It's nothing but the square root of A is to square root of B. The triplicate ratio is the power raised to 3. Suppose 2 is to 3 is there. Now the triplicate ratio of that is 2 cube is to 3 cube. It's 8 is to 27. Subtriplicate ratio is cubed root of A is to cubed root of B. Now fifth one, if A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B divided by A minus B is equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. Componendo and dividendo rule, you know that. Now, what is meant by variation? Now, what is meant by variation? The proportionality. The proportionality, you know that very well. Two types of proportionality are there. That is directly proportional and inversely proportional or indirectly proportional. Now, say for example, if X is directly proportional to Y, if X is equal to Ky for some constant K. The very good example is by our landline telephone bill. So we will have a base fare and then a variable fare Y as per the usage. So like that it can be told. So our total bill is equal to a constant into a variable usage. Now when Y increases, automatically our total bill also increases. Now we say that X is inversely proportional to Y if XY is equal to K for some constant K. So it is simple. The best example what we can tell is time speed distance formula. Distance K is equal to time into speed. Now the distance between two cities cannot be changed. It is a constant. But when your speed increases, time decreases automatically. So time and speed are inversely proportional. So X is inversely proportional to Y. Now these are all the corollaries. If A by B is equal to C by D is equal to E by F, then each of these three ratios is equal to A plus C plus E divided by B plus D plus F. Same way, A by B is equal to C by D, then the inverse also, inverse rule can also be applied. Then if A by B is equal to C by D, then A by C is equal to B by D, alternative rule. Then if A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B by B is equal to C plus D by D. Same way, dividendo rule, A by B is equal to C by D, then A minus B divided by B is equal to C minus D divided by D. If A by B is equal to C by D, then A plus B divided by A minus B is equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. Continued proportion. A by B, A, B, C are in continued proportion if A is to B is equal to B is to C. Here B is the mean proportional and is equal to the square root of the product of A and C. B square is equal to A is A into A C, whereas B is equal to root of AC. If A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D, then A, B, C, D are in geometric progression.